So today we are going to discuss about the factors that affecting the distribution of the population as well as distribution as well as density of the population. This question used to come in exam as a 5 marks question. There are basically three factors, that is the geographical factor, economic factor and the socio-economic factor, because of which we have seen the various countries of the world having different amount of the population as well as different population density also. Now we are going to discuss these things in detail. Suppose the first one, it is the geographical factor. In case of the geographical factor, there are so many points are there, that is the availability of the water. The first one is the availability of the water. Now under the availability of the water, what are the points we will write? Suppose in case of the water, we know that water is the most important factor for the life. People prefer to live in those areas where always the water is easily available. Now, because in our different work, from drinking, bathing, navigation, in all the purpose we need the water. So you will find in the areas of the world, that especially the river valley areas of the world, where the availability of the water is high, over there the population density is also high. The second one is the landform. Obviously landform is one of the important factor, because people always prefer to live in those areas where the flat lands are present, the plain land, where the slope is gentle. The mountain and hilly region generally in this kind of the region are not suitable for the development or not suitable for the transport communication network, making houses and all. That's why people don't want to stay in those regions of the hilly and all. You will find in case of the example in the Ganga plain having the highest amount of the population in India. Ganga plain among the all densely populated areas of the world also, because of the plain land as well as the fertile land. Now the next thing is there, that is the climate. In case of the climate, we can say that we love to live in those areas where the climatic condition is comfortable. The areas with the comfortable climate where there is no seasonal or not much seasonal variation attract more people. Areas which is having very high rainfall or the areas which is having very high temperature, in those areas you will find less amount of the people are living. Generally the desert areas, you will find very low population density is present. Now the soil. The fertile soil is one of the important factor for the agriculture and different kind of the activities. Therefore the fertile soil have more people as they can do agriculture over there. In case of the India also, if we example we will see this Ganga Brahmaputra plain, due to the high fertility of the soil, we can see huge amount of the population is present over there. Now availability of the natural resources. Without these things, availability of the natural resources is one of the important factor. Why? Because where the natural resources are present, people can live their life in a good way over there. That's why the availability of the natural resource is one of the important factors. We are having the economic factor. In case of the economic factor, we can see there are mineral areas, urbanization, then industrialization. This all comes under the economic factor. In case of the economic factor, availability of the mineral resources is one of the important economic factor. Obviously in those areas of the world where the mineral resources are more, people or the workers move to these areas and make these areas densely populated. Example we can say about any mining areas of India or any mining area of any part of the world. Suppose Katanga in Zambia, copper belt in Africa is such a good example. These examples used to come as a MCQ question also. Then the urbanization. Cities offer the better employment opportunity always. Educational facility is good. Health facilities are better in the city. So because of the presence of this good civic amenities, as well as these things attracts the people towards the city. That's why we have seen in every country there is a huge migration in the rural areas to the urban areas, and this makes the urban area mostly populated. Next, industrialization. Industrialization is also provide the job opportunity. If our industry will form, obviously new posts will create over there, so more number of the people will attract towards that place. In an industrial area, you need the teacher, doctor, as well as other service providers. You need the transport operators and everything. That's why we have seen in the world the industrial regions having mostly huge population. Example, we can say the Kobe Osaka region. Kobe Osaka region is in Japan. This is an industrial region and thickly populated area of Japan. Now the transport and communication. Transport and communication is an important factor. because without transport and communication, development can't happen. So where you will find that good transport and communication is there, more amount of the people are living on those areas only. Market facilities nowadays are important factor. Wherever the market is available, you will find people wants to stay on those areas only. Then we are having the socio-economic factor. Under the socio-economic factor, there are several points, like some place attract the people because they are having some religious significance. Some peoples are very much religious people, so they attract towards the place where the place having some religious significance. Some people attract towards the place where the place having some historical importance. Even in case of the political factor, we can say people don't want to stay in those areas where the political unrest are present. The areas, the border areas of any country, you will find that less amount of the people are living because they know that this is not a stable area. Always political turmoil can be happen in those areas. That's why we have said that the political, historical, religious, these all factors also affect the distribution of the population. Government policy is an important factor because in some states or some countries you will find the government policies is so good for the mankind. So obviously people want to stay in those areas where the government policies are favorable for the human being. And the last one, that is the natural calamities and the hazards. In case of the natural calamities and hazard, we can say that some areas are the hazard prone area, some areas are the drought prone area, some areas are the flood prone or the earthquake prone area. So people don't want to stay in those areas where this natural hazards or calamities can occur. So in those areas we have seen the less population density, as well as comparatively the areas where this calamities, natural calamity will be less, or the stable landform they are having. So in those areas you will find more number of the population can be there. Now this entire thing can come as a 5 marks question, then we will make the answer short. But if a particular point will come as a 3 marks question, suppose in the exam it will come, write down the socio-economic factor or write down the socio-cultural factors of uneven distribution of the population. That time we need to elaborate the point nicely. Now the next thing that we are having, that is the population growth. Population growth is known by the term population change only. We know the population change means change in the number of the people between 2 points of the time only. This is the population change, means it is the number of the people in the change in the number of the people in the region between 2 points of the time. It's known as population change. Population change can be two types. Always it is not that population change means positive. Population change is positive. Population change can be negative also. Because in a year, suppose 2021, whatever population is there, in the next year maybe population can be increased, maybe population can be decreased. Both comes under the population growth or population change only, but one is the negative, another one is the positive. Now in case of the population change, we are calculating the population change, or we are expressing the population growth into two ways. One is the absolute number, another one is the percentage change. In case of the absolute number, means the change when the change occur in a whole number, suppose 1000 people added, and percentage means when we are taking out the percentage only. The definition of the growth of the population, it is the change in the population in an area between 2 points of the time. This is the definition of the growth of the population in an area. It is a change in the population in an area between 2 points of time. This is the growth of the population. And growth rate of the population means this percentage. It is the change in the population in expressed in terms of the percentage. Then there are some basic terms that it's related with the population growth, that is the natural growth of the population, actual growth of the population. Natural growth of the population means where we are actually assessing the birth rate and the death rate. It is the difference between the birth rate and the death rate between 2 points of the time. It's known as natural growth of population. And actual growth of the population means here we are assessing the birth rate, death rate, as well as in-migration and out-migration. In case of the actual growth of the population, if we have to write the definition, we can write that The increase in the population of an area due to difference between the birth and the death, and in-migration and the out-migration between 2 points of time. An increase in the population in an area due to the difference between the birth and death, and in-migration and out-migration between 2 points of time is known as actual growth of the population, and the formula is birth minus death plus in-migration minus out-migration. This too is very important for the short question. Positive growth and the negative growth, when the birth rate is more than the death rate, that means, or when the in-migration is more than the out-migration, obviously population number will increase, that is called the positive growth of the population. And the negative growth of the population means when death rate is more but the birth rate is low than death rate, or when the out-migration is more than the in-migration, that means your population of that place will decrease, and this is called the negative growth of population. So these all are the basic terms or the related with the population growth: natural growth, actual growth, positive growth, and the negative growth. Now the components of the population change. This question used to come as a 3 marks question. Write down the different components of the population change. There are basically 3 components of the population change. One is the crude birth rate, another one is the crude death rate, another one is migration. Crude birth rate. Crude birth rate is expressed as the number of the live birth in a year per 1,000 population in an area. It means that total number of the birth, like how many people taken birth in a year in per 1,000 population in an area, it's called crude birth rate. The formula you will learn BI by P multiplied by 1,000. Here the meaning of the BI is live birth, that means total number of the live birth in a year. P is mid-year population of the area and multiply by 1,000. Crude death rate, this one even can come as a 1 marks question also. MCQ also can be made. The formula for calculating crude birth rate is 2-3 formulas will be given. You need to choose the correct one. Crude death rate. Crude death rate is expressed as the total number of the death in per 1,000 of population in an area. It is calculated by D by P multiplied by 1,000. Here the D means the number of the death in a year. P means it is the estimated mid-year population of an area. How many people died? The total number of the people in a year divided by the total population multiplied by 1,000. It's the formula of the crude death rate. Now the last one, that is the migration. The movement of the people from one area to another area, it's called the migration. Migration could be permanent, migration could be temporary or seasonal also. In case of the migration, it gives us the immediate change in the number of the population. In case of the migration, this is the third factor of the population change component. In case of the migration, there are some basic terms. Place of origin, that means when people move from one region to another region, the place they move from, that is called the place of origin. That means the original place, from there they started the migration. Destination, place of destination means when the people move to a new region, that place to move, it's termed as the destination. Streams of migration, actually it is the classification of the migration we can see only. We know there are 2 types of the migration: international migration and national migration. But when it will come, write down the streams of migration, you need to write this 4 names only. The streams of migration means rural to rural migration, rural to urban, urban to urban, urban to rural. In case of the streams of the migration, basically streams of the migration is a part of the national migration or internal migration only. Types of migration, basically immigration and emigration, these are 2 terms that we are using to show the types of the migration. Where the migrant move in a new area or the region, here it's called immigrant, and the migration it's called immigration. And when the migrant move out from a region, the person it's called emigrants, and the migration it's called emigration. Basically from the migration question comes, define the term migration, discuss the types of the migration. When the types of the migration will come as a 3 marks question, we will first write internal and international migration. Then we will divide internal migration having these four parts.